The best route in all of Arc Raiders that I've found so far. You get a ton of experience, a ton of weapons, you get blueprints, and it's at the blue gate. You're basically going to go to reinforced reception here. This is uncontested for some reason. I've never seen anyone else go to this room. You can kind of force this no matter where on the map you spawn. Obviously, it's ideal if you're closer. You could also go underground through the outer gates to reinforced reception. But in this video, we'll be going up top and we'll be extracting through the cliffside air shaft, which is just really convenient. Consistent, efficient, and just, yeah, fast experience and money, weapons, and blueprints. Let's get into it. All right, so we just go ahead and mark it on our map as soon as we spawn so we know where we are. And we're just going to kind of just beeline for it. You can see we spawn at close to 30 minutes, so that's usually better when you spawn earlier. The odds of it being looted if you spawn in later are, I guess, a little bit higher, and people are a bit more established. I feel like they're positioned a little bit more forward. So yeah, the closer you are to 30, probably the more successful you're gonna be here. I'm not gonna lie, I do die sometimes on this route, but it's usually in the beginning when I'm just trying to get there, because people love to like just camp these rocks. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward this. Kind of just keeping an eye out because yeah, I just don't want to get shot. I hear gunfire and stuff, but kind of just ignoring it, trying to manage my stamina here. I realize I don't have an adrenaline shot. This is a free loadout again. Sometimes you do get an adrenaline shot, and I often just use it to do this run to get there fast, because I mean, if you die on your way, you lose this shot anyway, right? All right, so in this building on the left side is where you really want to go. This is the main entrance. I notice I alarmed the arc, but I don't care. I'm gonna go ahead and open this door. I close it behind me. There's sometimes a turn here, be careful, but go down this right zip line. It's a little bit more protected. I prefer the right one. Once you get in this building, it's just one extra spot you don't have to look towards. Often turn in this building as well. You're just gonna go ahead and go straight to this door, open it, and close it behind you. And there's sometimes a turret to your left. There's not one in this situation. You're just going to go ahead and breach this door. And I keep my eyes out here. I'm also keeping my ears out to see if I just noticed anyone. Usually they come from that door if anyone does enter. But honestly, I've not really seen someone. I've done like 10 runs in a row at this point. Because they're behind you for extra protection. Always a weapons cache or crate here. Here we get the Renegade as well as some attachments. And I tried to attach ammo to my weapon, but there we go. You could also breach if you have that. I don't think anyone has that yet. Look at that, a blueprint, smoke grenade, just a ton of loot. You're just gonna want to loot these as fast as you can. You will probably get over encumbered just from this one room because you're using a free loadout. And you are probably going to find multiple weapons. There's a wolf pack right there. That's pretty nice, pretty high value. Just kind of just dumping everything and going through these crates as fast as possible, while also kind of listening to make sure no one's around. Sometimes you hear arc nearby you getting destroyed. So that can be, you know, concerning. Just so you guys know, I'm going to show another breach here so you can see a different loot haul. Because it happens every time, dude. There's like, I don't know, 90% of the time. Yeah, just like a weapons crate here. Here's a Beretta, or whatever it's called, Beretta. Not the best weapon, but hey, man, not too bad. I do like it, honestly. I prefer it over most of the gray items. Yeah, just gonna go ahead and show the loot for this room. And then we're gonna show a couple more, just so you can see it. And then we're gonna go through the extraction. All right, here's another example here. I believe in this one we get an arpeggio. You often just start having to dump stuff. I end up doing a lot of inventory management because I get over encumbered. Then here's another one, yet another weapons crate. And I'm not cherry picking these, man. These were like 4 runs in a row here. There's an Osprey there, quite nice. You can see we're already over encumbered here. I guess mostly because we have a 3rd weapon. And then going back to that first run here, heading to the cliffside extraction point, just making sure no one's here. We're basically going back where we came from, out this left door, up the zip. Use the left zip, don't use the middle zip. I mean, you can if you really want to, but this left one, again, another corner you don't have to check. You're just basically flying out here. And then you go out and to the left and hope that no one's there, basically. Unfortunately, I do get spotted by some arc here, but I did, you know, loot a weapon. I got the renegade. So just quickly take these down. Ignore the missed shots. Hey, not too bad. I'm just gonna reload just in case we do end up running into someone or some more arc, and then you're basically just gonna book it over here, over the top of this hill. Now, sometimes there's a bombardier above you. You can go down and around, but generally, I feel like it's usually fine to just run up through here. Okay. There's often like a backpack by that little silo there, but there's way too many arc here to kind of care. This is actually one of my rougher extractions, but I kind of wanted to show a non-perfect run here. I like hiding in this little spot. Often, you know, the arc pushes you, but I haven't really seen them push me when I'm standing on this thing. I don't know if it's because you're inside and above. They kind of just ignore you. I'm kind of waiting for them to lose aggro before pressing that button and extracting. I've noticed they've dropped aggro, so I'm going to run for the button here, I think. You're just going to run, press the button, and then I'm going to head for these rocks. Now, I like this spot. There's a lot of good places to hide here. Here you are definitely exposed to like that lower area. Like I hear a shot right there. I don't know where it comes from. I noticed there's this person. I think maybe they took a shot at me, but I'm not going to shoot at them. What's the point? I'll just draw attention to myself. But yeah, you got good protection from that side. You're in the little rock, kind of hard for people to see you. You are exposed here, but I haven't really had anyone shoot at me from there. Again, this is solo, so maybe a little different. The arc is kind of your main enemy sometimes. Take this one out real quick. And then a hornet gets by me. Those guys are scary, so we kind of just run around and use the rock for cover. Luckily, there's no one around. And just go ahead and roll in. And they like won't shoot you while you're in here. Just got to worry about humans. But yeah, just a quick extraction here. And that's a fast run, man. That's like a little bit under 7 minutes, right? I think I came in at like 29. We're at 23 now. And a pretty good haul. And on top of all the loot, we also got like a lot of experience, right? So here you can see the loot, 32k there in like 9 minutes, and also 5.4. Here's another example of the loot and more experience. Another one. So you go into freeload, you come up with like 30 to 40. A lot of blueprints and weapons and experience. So it's really fast, dude. I've been flying through levels and just getting a bunch of loot. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this, and maybe I'll make more round videos. Like and sub if you found it useful. Appreciate it.